Hello viewers, welcome you all once again to India Now. Today we have a very eminent businessman from Bangalore, Mr. Usman Sharif, who also happens to be a trustee of Juma Masjid Trust Board. Being a businessman, he is also a social activist. He is into a lot of social and charitable works he is involved with. He collaborates with the government of the state and the city. He is very, he is interacting with the BBMP on a day-to-day basis and trying to provide relief material to all the people within his ambit. So I welcome you, Mr. Usman Sharif, to the studio to discuss about this corona pandemic. आपके हिसाब से आज का जो लॉकडाउन के बाद इतने दिन हो गए हैं, आज के हिसाब से इस लॉकडाउन का क्या इफेक्ट है, स्पेशली विद द मिडिल क्लास, लोअर मिडिल क्लास एंड द पुअर सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी?
First of all, thank you for having me over here, and I would like to wish a very happy Ramzan to you and all the viewers of your channel.
Thank you.
And it's a difficult time, it's a difficult situation. तकलीफ़ तो सबको हो रही है. जितना हम लोग ग्राउंड लेवल पे हम लोग वर्क करते आ रहे हैं, इसमें हम लोग ऑब्ज़र्व किए हैं. हमारा ऑब्जर्वेशन ये रहा है कि हाँ, जितने भी गरीब लोग हैं, स्लम वगैरह, वहाँ पे तो मटेरियल, रिलीफ मटेरियल किसी भी हाल में पहुँच रहा है. लेकिन जो मिडिल क्लास लोग हैं या लोअर मिडिल क्लास लोग हैं, इस जब हम लोग ये एरियाज़ में जाते हैं तो साइलेंट स्पेक्टेटर्स वी कैन रियलाइज़ कि इन लोग को ये मटेरियल चाहिए लेकिन आके ले नहीं रहे हैं. तो हम लोग भी जब रिलीफ वर्क शुरू किए, फर्स्ट वी टारगेटेड 2000 फैमिलीज़, फेज़ 1. जितने भी गरीब तबके के लोग थे उन लोगों को सब पहुंचा दिए हम लोग. फिर जैसे हम लोग ये ग्राउंड रियलिटी स्टडी किए, वी स्टार्टेड फेज़ 2. फेज़ 2 वी ऑर्गेनाइज फ्रॉम आर चैरिटेबल फाउंडेशन, दैट इज़ फ्रॉम आर करॉल ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज़ का जो है करॉल फाउंडेशन, और मेरे वालिद साहब जनाब अनवर शरीफ के नाम से जो हमारा फाउंडेशन है, अनवर शरीफ फाउंडेशन. तो अंडर 2000 फैमिलीज़, these 2000 kids will be focused only on the lower middle class and the middle class families who are not coming out open. We have volunteers in specific areas. They go identify, they go ask them, you don't need to come out in the open, we will come to you. If you have a requirement, please tell us.
How easy is it to identify these people, and how easy is it to speak to these people and approach these people and say, do you want something? How comfortable are they to disclose that they are in need? Because ये जो middle class है, is a very dicey section. ये
See, it would be,
मांगे नहीं है.
it would be difficult if an outsider goes and asks them these questions.
Yeah.
So what happens is, there are specific neighborhoods. So we identify one of a volunteer from the neighborhood who's a known person in that locality, who hangs out with these people on a regular basis. Salam payam dua jo bhi hai. So we tell him, go identify in your area. Don't go out in the open. Go on a personal level. Have to have a heart-to-heart conversation with them and ask them if you are in need. Just give us a yes or no.
Subtly find
Yes,
out.
just in a subtle way. Just give us a yes or no. Yes, if you are in need, yes, we will come without any publicity or whatever. We will come. We'll hand over the requisite rations to your house.
Excellent.
Directly to your house. You don't need to come and step outside and take it. We will ourselves come clandestinely, not even in a big truck or joy vehicle. हमारा ट्रक दूर खड़ेगा. Our volunteers, they go on bikes. एक बाइक में 4 या 5 किट रहेंगे. जाके घर में उनको हैंड ओवर करके आ जाएंगे.
So what kind of localities have you demarcated for this? Is it a mixed cosmopolitan group, a high density population area where there are more Muslims or more non-Muslims? Or how is it?
Our area of specific focus this point of time is Bangalore East.
Okay.
Bangalore East का जितना भी region है, हम लोग टारगेट कर लेकर आ रहे हैं. Starting from Hegde Nagar, then again you have Karunhalli, Arabic College, then again after that you have Tannery Road, then you have certain areas in Shivaji Nagar, and we have also focused in specific areas in Nil Sandar as well. तो जिधर भी हमारे volunteers हैं जो कई सालों से हमारे साथ जुड़ के काम कर रहे हैं, we've given them a free hand. There's no limitation on area. Suppose for each volunteer we sanction 100 kits, 200 kits in your name. You go identify to who are those 100 kits or 200 kits need to be handed over to.
Usman Sahab, I just want to know that as soon as there was a lockdown in place, a lot of NGOs, a lot of people who came out on the road distributing food packets, rations and all relief material, everything was going on fine. Till the section of media started different propaganda that one particular community is contaminating food items and distributing it, and people should not accept it from it, and it spread like wildfire. So in this scenario, as of today, everybody is skeptic. A person from one community, if he wants to give ration to a person from another community, he doesn't know whether how well it is going to be received. And if somebody from another community wants to take ration, he doesn't know whether he has to receive it or not. Since you are in this activity from the beginning, and now the things have changed, the equations are slowly changing. How do you perceive this? How do you handle this? And what is your take on this matter?
What you're saying is absolutely true. Personally, we have faced a similar situation in one of the outskirts, and our team of volunteers consists of people from different segments of the society. We have people from different religions also. We have Hindus, Muslims, Christians. We are all united. So yeah, it is understood that from the past many years, a lot of communal politics is being showcased by the media, and I strongly feel that media has played a very important role in communalizing this COVID issue.
Yeah.
And this is also being detested by many of the other world leaders also. So what I would suggest is, you know what the problem is. You do your job. When these kind of things come up in front of you, which try to hamper you or you try to pull you down, I would personally, what I would do is I just ignore it, and I would possibly support somebody who's doing positive about it.
And what is your message to the general public? It is ultimately the public which matters.
Yes, for the general public, what I suggest is, there are a lot of instructions coming down from the Ministry of Home Affairs, and also a lot of instructions and orders being given out by the government of Karnataka also. Apart from one or two things wherein it was said that the azan should not be given on a higher decibel. Apart from that, I agree with many of the other orders of the government, because that is for our own security and for our own safety. Because at this point of time, we have been projected in such a way that instead of going out all open, I would suggest that we first get into damage control. I would request that, prayers are really powerful, which is preached by every single religion. So I would suggest that people, yes, they can take time out for prayers and pray for the entire world.
Okay, nice having a interaction with you on this topic.
Thank you once again for having me here.
Limited time, we could, you could throw light on a lot of things. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you
being
so
a part
much.
of this discussion. Thank you. So this was Mr. Usman Sharif for you, discussing about the effects of lockdown due to this corona pandemic. Thank you.